Morning folks, today we're off to the Cornish Association Welsh Pony and Cob Society show, and we're taking someone different. Someone else is having a debut, so stay tuned to see who it is. So it's little Lexi. Lexi doesn't really feature in the vlogs very much. She's kind of like the babysitter pony, but she is a really good quality Welsh Section A. We got her as, I don't know, maybe a 2 or 3 year old straight from the breeder. So she has been with us like forever, straight from the breeder, as the same as all our horses usually. And she is 12 now. When she was younger, we did do a bit of showing with her. She was actually my mum's pony. But in the last couple of years, my mum has stopped doing so much with the ponies because of various health issues. So we've been trying to get her up to speed again so that we can get her out competing. However, as most of you will know that have got Welsh ponies or any native pony for that fact, they put on weight very easily. Like literally the sight of grass, they just blossom and grow and their bellies just expand. So with her being, I think she's about 11 hands, it's been quite difficult because I'm relatively skinny, but I'm quite tall. So I have been working with the vets. They did actually tell me to ride her, obviously not to do anything too hard going. But we've been doing lots of in-hand work, lots of pole work, what you saw there with Ben doing some pole work with her, and I have been just taking her on little hacks just to build up her fitness and get a little bit of weight off of that waistline. Get on, Lexi. What? So back to the here and now. Here we are, trimming Lexi up and getting her looking beautiful. As you can see, she's a little bit rugged. Taste time. got chalk on my face. So, finished product. Does she look cute? Pretty pony. Give me more grass. Flies. Next day, it rained last night, so not super happy about that. She's definitely had a good roll, hasn't she? Oh well. At least she hasn't got out of the field, I suppose. Good girl. Pretty girly. Look, grass. I never get this much grass. So this is Lexi's first time out for over a year. I did take her to a show last year, the Fourbarrow Hunt show. But in all honesty, she was too fat, and I only took her because I wanted to support the show. Like, some of the good old-fashioned horse shows around us are dying out, so we wanted to get the entry in. I will be honest, so this show was the Cornish Association of Welsh Pony and Cob Society. She is in the Welsh Section A class, mares, I think it's 4 years and over, with or without a foal at foot. And I was self-conscious, I think, about taking her because she's lost a lot of weight, but she's still not quite where I would want her to be. But we're getting there. And she is going to be doing a little bit more because I've decided I'm going to start taking her out with Ellie in the trailer so that Ellie hasn't got so much anxiety about travelling on her own. So hopefully she'll lose a bit more weight. But when we were there, I was actually quite pleased with how she looked against some of the other ponies. So that was kind of like my biggest takeaway for the day. So standard in hand showing format. You all go in as a group, walk around, then you stop, each one of you trots up. The judge then pulls you in a provisional lineup, and then you do your individual show. So we got called in provisionally into second place. So that was good because it was a pretty strong class of ponies actually. Like, I was quite impressed with the standard that was there. So in our individual show, again, same as what you normally do, you stand up for the judge and then you walk away from the judge directly in front of them so they can check that your pony is moving straight. And then you turn around and you trot towards them. So with Welsh ponies and Welsh cobs, I suppose, but I don't do it with Nico because obviously we want him to be ridden and I don't want him to relate show rings to going crazy. But with Welsh ponies, you basically run like stink because what you want to do is you want to get that sort of like really classic throwing their feet out in front of them trot. So if you do a couple of strides of canter, it's not the end of the world because actually sometimes when they do break into canter, when they come back to trot, they're extending a little bit more. So we did do that. And actually she went really lovely. The ground was not amazing, like it wasn't the worst, but it was kind of like my field ground, like it was a bit pitted. But I was really happy with how she went. She actually really ran really well, so I was chuffed to bits with her. She is actually really easy to show because she naturally has quite a lot of presence, like she's usually got her ears forward and she usually does stand up for the judge straight away, so that credit has to go to my mum from all those years ago because she was the one that used to do all the groundwork with her. I did show her all those years ago, but Mum was the one that did all the hard work behind the scenes. And Lexi obviously has remembered it, so very easy. She's also super easy at the trailer and everything like that, so quite easy to have a nice fun day out with her, which makes a change from my stressful Ellie Bells. Love her to pieces, but she's not the easiest sometimes. So as I've said before, I do literally run straight at the judge. They will move and I make the most of my arena now. So I did run all the way around the back, right round the corner, because the more I run Lexi up, the more likely she is to point those toes. Whether or not the judge watches the whole thing, doesn't really matter. At least I know I'm doing what I can to give her the best shot. Then we went back into the lineup. They got everyone to go out and go around again, and then they pulled us in our final places. We did come second again, so I was chuffed to bits with that. I'm not actually sure if the lineup changed at all. But yeah, really, really happy. Lexi took a huge liking to that little, I think it might be a colt next to us. She was literally obsessed with it. And she got pretty strong because she wanted to go and see it. So I think maybe she wants a baby. Probably not going to happen though. But yeah, really chuffed because I thought it was a pretty strong lineup of ponies. So very, very proud of her. Her first time out in over a year. And for it to be a Welsh show, because I do feel like the Welsh Pony and CAWPCS Society shows are like the hardest ones to get a placing with if you've actually got a Welsh pony. So really, really chuffed. We were going to go straight home, but the championship went straight in, so we were kind of like, oh, well, we'll just go in. I mean, in all fairness, Lexi tanked me back to the ring, so I didn't have much choice to go back in. Probably because that little colt was in there. So we did go into the championship, which is this class now. No championship or reserve for us. But I did learn some ringcraft from someone who had a very nice stallion in there. So I will use that in future, I think. But I will leave you to watch this in peace. Oh, look at her. Lovely little trot up there. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now and let you watch the rest of this class.
The one time my mum came to a show. She's making herself useful as well. Our other supporter is here. Well, not exactly a supporter. Long-suffering best friend. Poor Jukies. And chief food man, who I just persuaded to buy 2 cakes for me instead of 1.
She's a prize winner. Aren't you, Lucky Lou? You're a good girl. You're super easy. Got there at 9:15 and we're home by 11. That is how showing should be. Good girl. Can I get you in?
So, little Lexi has been a very good pony today, haven't you? Come on. First outing in over a year. Well, first outing to like an event. And she was amazing. You. Give me the grass now. Come on. You could go, weren't you? Yes. You're beautiful. Good girl.
So that's all for now, folks. If you liked what you saw, please hit the subscribe button and give me a like. Catch you soon.